Hey family. Check this out, yo. Look who I found just now. He came here. He came here to die. Last year, they all came over here and died right in front of me. They were squirming on the ground, and they were telling me that it felt like fire. They were covered in fire. Their skin was really on fire, they said. And they were trying to put themselves out of their own misery. Did you guys know that the scorpion... Let me see if I can get down here. Get a closer shot. The scorpion is, well, he's a lot of things, but he is one of the only creatures, if not the only creature I'm aware of, who will, when he's surrounded by, let's say, a fire and there's no escape, and he will sting himself to death because he doesn't like to be burned alive. Well, so that's what the chemicals do. And this is what it's okay. Let me see if I can put this into layman's terms and not sound too autistic. That they were coming last year and dying right in front of me, and it's because the neighbors who build their homes with an extremely toxic, very dirty energy called cement, and then they build square boxes made of cement, and then they bring in things like these wires here are super toxic. And you want to talk about a pandemic? You should look into the history of the origination of these caveman energy delivery systems here that in Mexico we call them CFE. So there's that toxicity, there's the toxicity of the cement, and then let's not forget shit like this, and I'm not kidding you, all the other traffic. That here's a good example, one going by, it's just a non-stop entry of toxicity everywhere into the forest. And so what does the forest do? Well, like any other organism, just like, you know, inside your body, as above so below, inside your body, if you pollute it, then you've got things to help remove the toxins. And the sacred forest has sacred spirits manifested in various, all different forms, right? Everything is spirit first and foremost. And so he comes to clean that which is dirty, and do so in such a way as to crawl into your bed or crawl into your slippers or fall from the ceiling, or just, oh, you know, it was just an accident that I got bit by the scorpion. Okay, if you think so. But it's really, if you want to look at it more like with more holistic intelligence, You could say, hey, here came a very strong messenger to tell me that there's toxicity. What can I do to reduce the level of toxicity? I don't know. Maybe, well, obviously free energy devices, right? So I'm waiting for those, right? Just, they're coming. I'm not waiting, they're already here. It's just, yeah. Anyway, there's this. We have one of these. And think about all the programs that come through this Skynet or whatever, Big Brother, whatever the hell you want to call it, that get programmed into the children and the people who live in these homes, who then become more toxic, and then they pour more cement, and then come more people like this, or more spirits like this arrive, and then what do? Spray chemicals? You see, family, the cycle of life, the circle of life, and how it does not, it is the cycle, the circle of life. And Caesar's calendar of fake linear time does not transpose upon this, it doesn't take precedence. It's like a concept over a fact. You're trying to place the cart before the horse. It doesn't work. So anyway, back to my friend here. I just, now I just saw that he, this one, because last year they saw that I got the message. Yeah. But I can't say anything. Yo, I'm a gringo. I don't know nothing. Don't pay attention to the crazy gringo. She's an enemy by default because her ancestors were the conquistadors. Or whatever the fuck is going on. I get it everywhere I go, and it's cool. I understand. I hope everybody can resolve and amend and fix this energy to put it back in space, to stop judging books by their covers and just assuming that because someone is a Yank or a gringo or somebody from the States who, whatever, whatever. I don't care. Put me in a box. Put me in the box and let me know how that works out for you. So here he crawled into I don't really know who this is, but he's like a jungle rose. And look at these beautiful flowers, yo. My plants are very well looked after. They're pruned. I check this one like every day or every other day. So, look at this. Do you see how all these other leaves around here are bright and soft and lush and beautiful? And this one here, and he's not even in the direct sun, this one, but he's burned because that's where he went to die, because his skin was so on fire that he came to the softest thing he could find, right? There's no water, because we live in a dry forest, and it's always important to have satellite TV before you have water, so that we can increase the toxicity. And then this guy doesn't have anywhere to wash these chemicals off of him, so he makes his way over to my house, being literally felt like he's being burned alive the whole time. And all he came to do was deliver a message. If anybody out there ever read that book called the Bible, and how the Christos is always persecuted and, what's that word, sacrificed, Yo, family, that time's over. That time of the conquistador sun is finished. It's 500 years. It's our time now. It's our turn in the cycle, in the circle. So I don't know, I felt compelled to share that. For everything is in divine order, and if this resonates with you, I share this message without polarity, without how do you say, ulterior motives, hidden agendas, heart on my sleeve. What you see is what you get. I'm not a fake ass, crowd following, ego idling, guru worshiping, teacher, student, master, slave, idiot of the crowd. I think differently. I feel differently. And if everyone took the time to appreciate each and every spirit, right? Especially when we come to the forest because we want to get away from the dirty city and we don't like all that dirty, it's just so dirty, that it just feels so nice out here in nature. And then when we get to the nature, we pour cement, build more cement boxes, install more dirty electricity lines, bring in more weaponized frequencies, and extremely dangerous programs by the satellite TV and satellite radio. Don't forget that, because we had to stay up all night last night listening to I don't even know what it was. It was just noise pollution, and it was super loud. It was in violation of the spirits of this forest. You know, the birds that we adore so much, the butterflies and everybody else that we adore so much in the daytime. Yo, those folks are sleeping at night. And guess what? Yeah, something else, in case you forgot, it's their forest. You and I are pasajeros. We pass through this space. What is it like after we touch it? Because I know this individual and all the other individuals that are from this forest, that are endemic to this forest, work together in harmony and peace and love and cooperation, with unconditional love and holistic intelligence and self-mastery. And they don't need to go to university like Aunt T did. Teddy spent 24 years in university, but I seek the truth, and I had to give him 24 years and 3 master's degrees. But ultimately, everything I need to know, I knew before I was even born. Let's be honest about that. But then, like, the final stand, it was around the age of 2. And after that, I just shut my mouth and realized I'm stuck in a dysfunctional world. And everyone around me is autistic in that sense. And I'm the only sane one. But it's all good. The maestros have arrived. And I'm here to teach. Not teach. I don't believe in the teacher-student relationship. It's just a soft version of the master-slave relationship. I'm just here to kind of, be one of those old people. And one of those who have sought and is seeking and will always continue to seek, and always in humility. But my skin is on fire, yo. I'm thankful this scorpion. I'm going to leave him here, make an altar. And I'm just grateful, right? Grateful for the messengers, but a lot shifted while I was away. I was gone for 6 weeks to some conferences, and wow, it really took a turn for the worse whilst I was away. So I'm gonna stay here for a while and see if we can try to restore some peace and harmony. But there must be first the willingness to listen to the messages of our heart, and to remember that everybody has a message, no matter how scary or whatever you've been told to believe about the scorpion, for instance. It's not how I see him. And touch wood, without, I'm just saying, I've been living, and these guys, I see them everywhere. And nobody ever stings me. Nobody climbs into my slippers. Nobody gets into my bed. Nobody hides in the pillowcase. Because I'm not offensive to them, so they don't need to give me the message. Yeah, it's time, folks. Bioconstruction, hempcrete, and just the whole, concept of hemp, just replacing all the petrochemical industry, and and then when we stop living in these cement boxes, then maybe we'll kind of remember that how toxic are these things here. Super, super toxic. And look, yo, check it. My house is right under one of those. Yeah, yuck. Super dirty. Yeah, and so, it just flows from there. But anyway, if this has been a blessing to you, then it's been my honor to share it. I love you, family. Ciao for now.